Hello, I am Hamdan and I make games, and today I'm going to try and make a game in 1 hour. So let the challenge begin. The rules are simple. I can only code the main gameplay code in the time and can polish afterwards when the time is finished. So I opened a new project in Unity and started the timer. So here is my idea. You are a fish in the ocean and you have to eat fish that are smaller than you to get big. But if you eat a fish that is bigger than you die. So let's start. So I usually make my own art, but I don't have that kind of time. So I'm gonna use the Fantastic Kenny's fish pack. It had different fish and an environment. I firstly coded up the player controller that the character moves towards the mouse, and it works. It works using some vector math that makes the player go to the mouse and points the player at the mouse using 8.5 maths. Got all that? Pick! Wake up!
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just so boring. You're a nerd. When are we gonna get to the finish game? Sorry.
With that out of the way, well, that isn't entirely out of the way because that took me about 10 minutes. Not off to a good start. So I got that working. Next, made the enemy AI, or more specifically, the fish's AI. With this, I added the score variable that are hidden from the player that make it so if the player touches another fish, he can eat it if his score is higher than the fish's score. But if it's lower, you kind of die. There's no way to sugarcoat that. But with that, the score of the fish is made to be randomized within a set range that increases with the player's score. The size of the fish also scales with its score so that the player can distinguish between lower and higher levels. I also added a fun little detail that the fish types are randomized, so you can get red fish, blue fish, a pufferfish, the whole lot. Now add some spawning code and boom, we have a basic game. Sort of. We still need to add a level up system, and with to 30 minutes in on the clock, we need to move it. So after coding, I finally made the system that makes it though the player increases in size each level he surpasses. Now let's make a level. Oh, so I can't make more adjustments. So now we polish. First, I needed a level. So I made a basic level with the fish pack I had, but it kind of looks bland. So I made some bubble particles using Unity's particle system, a great system to make particles. Now the level is very lively. Now we need to add some UI. So I imported a Bubby font from my main project, which I haven't revealed. I used it to make a visual indicator of the player score and an XP bar I made in Photoshop. I added a bounce animation that added some juice. After that, I made a death state using a manager that handles all the levels and scores and added a high score as well. Why not? Then I made a simple death screen, like every game has. I also used some open source sound effects and music just let me show you how it looks and sounds before and after. You can see that it's just perfect. It's perfect with the sound and the music. I also added some bones after the fish died. Now the game's done, and this was a fun challenge and a very good for practice. Anyways, you can download the game from itch.io using the link in the description for free. So have a great time and bye. Thank you.